Ok, chicos, en este video vamos a aprender sobre masculine versus feminine, right? So, we in Spanish take nouns and we gender them. Now, does this mean that all nouns have a biological gender? No. So, when we talk about gender in Spanish, it's not about your biological gender, it's about your linguistic gender. So, that means that all nouns, which nouns, if you did not know, are people, places, or things. So, people, places, or things in Spanish all have gender. Why? Because that's their way of organization. We don't do that in English, so this is new, but all nouns have gender. So, la pluma, the pen, this is feminine. Is it biologically feminine? No, 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 no. It's linguistically feminine. This is a feminine noun. Versus el lápiz. This is masculine. Is it biologically masculine? No. I don't look at this pencil and I'm like, oh, this is a boy. No, 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 no. It's a masculine noun. Linguistic gender, different than biological gender. That's what I want you to know when you're going through this video. Okay, so what is the difference between masculine and feminine nouns? Well, first, masculine nouns start with the articles el or un, los or uno. So el lápiz or un lápiz. If I have two, los lápices, unos lápices. Normally, masculine nouns end in O, so like chico, amigo, niño. I gave you the example of lápiz, which ends in Z. So that's why I say masculine nouns usually end in O, but they don't always. The 100% way to find out if the noun is masculine or feminine is to look at the article, right? Because all masculine nouns will start with el, un, los, or unos. Yes? Okay, now let's get on to feminine nouns. Feminine nouns will start with la or una. So la pluma, una pluma. Or las plumas, unas plumas. And they usually end in a, but not always. So pay attention to the article, right? The la, una, las, or unas, if you really want to know if a noun is masculine or feminine. Pluma does end in an a, which is a way that you can ensure that it is feminine, but not all nouns will end in an o or an a. Okay, now let's get this thing organized. So pronouns are also masculine or feminine a lot of times. So we're kind of organizing what's masculine and what's feminine based on what vocabulary we've learned today. So the pronouns él, which is he, ellos, which is they, or nosotros, which is we, these are masculine. So él is he, ellos is they, as in a group of boys or a mixed group. Nosotros is we, as in us boys or a mixed group. Those are masculine pronouns. Our feminine pronouns are ella, she, ellas, they, as in a group of girls, or nosotras, we, as in us girls. So something to note up top, pronouns like yo, which is I, tú, you, usted, you formal, or ustedes, you guys, those are not necessarily masculine or feminine all the time, right? They kind of change. So it depends on who you're talking about. If I'm talking about yo, well, that's a feminine yo because I identify as a girl. But maybe a boy would have a masculine yo because he identifies as a boy. So you see, like, it depends on who you're talking about sometimes. But the ones that will never change are él, ellos, nosotros. Those will always be masculine. Ella, ellas, nosotras, always feminine. Now, I wanted to organize your new vocabulary for you to show you masculine versus feminine. Notice the masculine nouns all start with el, the feminine nouns all start with la. That's how you know masculine versus feminine, right? We have el niño, el chico, el hombre, el amigo. See how most of them end in o? That's another trait of a masculine noun. Now, hombre ends in an e, so you might say, ooh, is that really masculine? But yes, because it starts with el, right? The article el shows that it's masculine, el hombre. Now, feminine nouns, they mostly start with la. So we have la niña, la chica, la mujer, la amiga. They start with la, so we know that they're feminine because of that feminine article in front. Now, niña, chica, amiga, these end in a, which is another trait of feminine nouns, but la mujer ends in an r. So is it really feminine? Yes. And why? Because we see that la in front, and that shows us it is a feminine article, so it's a feminine noun. All right. I hope that this really helped you guys. This is the stepping stone before we start describing nouns, right? So in order to be able to describe nouns or people, places, or things, we have to be able to identify, is it masculine or is it feminine, right? Because then we can choose our description word based on if something is masculine or feminine. So this is step one. We are building those skills right now. I hope that this made sense. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Don't hesitate to play this video back to help you fill out your guided notes. And I'll see you next time. Hasta luego, everybody. Adios.